Hello friends, welcome back to my YouTube channel where we learn how to design our headwears by ourselves. I am on a mission of DIY, do it yourself. So today we are going to be learning how to design this beautiful airline cap we are seeing on the screen. Okay, we're going to be learning how to design it from the comfort of our homes, and this beautiful airline can be all yours. And for this particular tutorial, we are going to be needing just few items. All right, like as of always, we'll be needing this the already made airline cap. Okay, this already made airline cap is obtainable in the millinery market anywhere you are. All right, and then we're also going to be needing our material, of course Ankara material, and 4 yards of crinoline. I'm using 2 colors of crinoline for this particular design. I'm using royal blue and silver color, 4 yards each. You can decide to use more, you can decide to use less, depending on how full you want your cap to be. All right, you want your flower to be. Now I'm also going to be using my remaining fabric of Ankara material. Okay, I'm customizing this particularly for myself, so this is just a little piece of material I got from the tailor, and I'll be cutting it by 2 by 2 inches. All right, this is just by I'll be cutting the entire material by 2 inches. Okay, because I'll be using it to sew the edges of my crinoline to give it a customized look. All right, when I finish cutting this material by 2 inches, I will use it to sew the edge of this crinoline. Now I have cut my materials. These are just 2 inches. Okay, you can get something more, but I love it like this so that it will be tiny. When it's too bold, it doesn't give that beautiful vibe. All right, so now this is the 2 inches. Please note how I am going to fold it. Okay, you fold the first one, you fold the second one. All right, and then you also fold the head. You fold down the head. All right, please notice I'm going to do it again. I want you to grab this. Okay, I am going to fold this edge and also fold this edge in. All right, fold it in, fold the both of them in, and then fold the upper end, fold it in also. Why am I doing this? I'm doing this because these edges are they are peeling off. Okay, they are losing, they are the loose ends. If you just sew it like that, the ropes, your fabric will definitely lose, and the ropes will not be, it will not be nice on your clothes. All right, this is to give it a very neat finishing, a very neat look. All right, so this is, yes, exactly, you're going to fold it in and take it to your sewing machine. As you sew, you fold, you sew, you fold, you sew, you fold. All right, please understand this. I see many of us making this mistake of sewing out our loose ends and just leave it like that. It will make your work rough and your materials will be losing, your Ankara pieces will be losing. Okay, let me do it once again so that I'll be sure you grab it. There is no need rushing this tutorial when you have not gotten it. There's no need of that. So look, monitor how I'm going to fold in again. All right, then fold in again, and then when you now fold in, you take your crinoline, all right, place it at the center of those 2 folds and then fold right in. Okay, take it to your sewing machine and start sewing down. As you sew, you keep folding till you get to the end of your crinoline. So this is what your sewing machine should look like when you are working on your material. Okay, you sew, you fold. I have sewn to that extent. Now I have folded, and I'm going to sew till I get to the place my hand has held it down, and I will stop and fold again. This is it. I have finished sewing the 2 crinoline that I cut out, just one end. I didn't sew the 2 edges, only one edge. All right, And then coming to designing the flowers now, please monitor how I place my sewed end of the crinoline. One side is at one side, and the other crinoline sewed end is at the other end. The sewed ends are not together. This is to make your unsewn end not to be so visible, okay? Since I didn't sew the two edges, I don't want the fabric to be too much on it, okay? I only sewed one side. Now I'm going to hold it down and secure the edges. Please do not fold or do not hold down the two sewn edges together. Separate them, one to the left and one to the right, and then secure at the end. So I am securing my crinoline to make sure that it does not pull. Now I have secured the two ends, okay? I have secured the two edges, and then watch how I am going to do my running stitch. This is the time for running stitch. I am going to do my running stitch at the center. At the center, make sure that your crinoline are together and then equally together, and then you sew through, starting from that place I secured. Do not sew maybe just from the end. Please sew from that place you secure your crinoline to avoid your thread pulling out of the crinoline. Of course, you know that crinoline is loose. If you pull it too much, the thread will come off. So start from where you secured, and then run your running stitch at the center of your crinoline, making sure that your two crinoline are together, are aligned together. So I am doing my running stitch at the end, at the center, and as I'm doing it, I'll be pulling. As I'm doing, I'll be pulling. As I'm doing, I'll be pulling. Okay, so I'm going to do the running stitch until I get to the end of my crinoline. As you sew, you pull, you sew, you pull till you get to the end of your crinoline. Now I have gotten to the end of my crinoline. Please note how I am going to pull and secure this crinoline to give me what I want. Isn't that beautiful? Isn't it lovely? Very nice. So I'm going to make sure that my thread passes also through the area where I secured my crinoline for a firmer hold. I'm going to be tacking this crinoline together until it gives me a very firm a very firm hold. I don't want it to be loose or whatever, so I'm going to keep tacking. I'm going to keep tacking. I'm going to keep tacking. So you're going to pass your needle and thread as many times as possible. Please note how I am holding down that edge. Can you see that? Hold it down and keep tacking. Use your thread and hold it down and keep tacking. Keep tacking, keep passing your needle and thread until it gives you a firm hold. So I am done tacking it, and it has given me a very firm hold. Okay, very, very strong now. Now I am going to be attaching my crinoline to the center of my heart. You can place it anywhere, but for this tutorial, I am placing it directly at the center of my heart. That is where I want it to be. Of course, make sure that your inner cap is always tiny stitches, okay? Make sure that your inner cap is always tiny stitches. I'm going to be passing the needle and thread as many times as possible to make sure that it holds firmly to my cap. Some people may prefer to use gum, some may use whatever, but I use my thread. Okay, now I am done tacking it, and it is very, very firm, very, very strong. Throw it up and down, nothing will happen to this design. It is very, very firm. So now I'm going to be preparing a rose with the remaining pieces of this my material. I wouldn't want anyhow rose. I want a customized rose for this particular design. Okay, so this is the rose. Sorry, this is the leftover materials. There is no particular measurement. Whatever material you have, just cut it off and use it. For these particular pieces, I'm using, this is 4 inches by 12.5. 4 inches by 12.5. No particular measurement anyway. I'm just using these pieces. If I had a bigger one, I would have used a bigger one, but this is just the remaining pieces. So I'm going to fold it into 2, do my running stitch. Okay, pass my running stitch from this particular end till I get to the end of this material. So now I have gotten to the end of my pieces of my material. Okay, I'm going to pull out the thread, form the rose, and then circle. So I'm pulling out my thread. It's a bit hard because it's mush. Okay, good. Now you are going to form it exactly as I am doing. Okay, just fold it right in, keep doing it until it gives you the perfect rose you want. So I'm going to be doing the big rose. This is the big rose. I'm going to be doing a smaller one with the smaller piece of material left. Okay, I'm going to be doing another smaller rose to also fit into the center of this big one, using the same pattern, using the same method. So please ensure that your rose is properly done. So I have done the smaller one using exactly the same method. Okay, and I'm going to be placing it at the center of the bigger rose. You can decide to use uhu gum to gum the big and small roses, but for this particular tutorial I'm using my candle gum because there is light, there is electricity supply. So I'll be using my candle gum. Please be careful because of gum stains. This thing can stain, it can mess up your work if you're not careful. So I'm going to be placing the smaller rose to the bigger one, press it together, make sure it is firmly fitted. Okay, and I'm also going to be using my candle gum to hold it down to our design at the back of our heart. Please, when you are doing this, be very, very extremely careful of candle gum stain. Please be very, very careful. So I'm applying the candle gum right now at the center of our design, where I am going to be placing the rose. So I'm going to be taking our rose and hold it firmly where I placed the gum and press it firmly to the cap until I am sure it is firm. Remove all candle stains from your work. Remove all the candle stains from your work, and then we are going to be covering this center of our rose with just one bead. One bead. You can choose to use anything, but one bead is okay. So I'm using one bead just to place at the center of our rose, and that is, I'm going to be using our candle gum. Please be very careful of candle stains. I cannot overemphasize that enough. So I'll just use the bead and press it right where I placed the gum, and that is that. Our beautiful design is ready. All right, now you may choose to embellish your maybe with more beads or with more roses, but for me this is okay. This is just classic and elegant. Man, this is beautiful, isn't it? This is so nice. And if you view to this point, please remember to subscribe to my YouTube channel. Of course, turn on the notification button so that whenever I drop a new video, you'll be the first to be alerted. And kindly drop all your questions in the comment section. I'll be reading and answering as soon as I see them. Thank you for joining me, and I hope you got value. You can also share to your friends and family. Thank you and bye. Alerted. And please, if you have any question, kindly drop it in the comment section. I'll be there answering all your questions. Thank you. And if you got value, remember to keep tuned. Bye.